Hi everyone, good afternoon. So many students have submitted the work yesterday for task 2.2 from page 83 and 84, which is good work. Some students have come back to me to say that they were stuck with the task in page 85 and 86. So I'm going to do a small video demonstration for that task now. So just one small mistake before we start. On the top of page 85 it says Osborne Mock 3, but this is actually from Osborne Mock 4. So the data file you need is from Osborne Mock paper 4, not Osborne Mock 3. Yeah. So we got the file open. In the first bullet point A, format all headings to have bold size 11. I'm going to ignore all this formatting and everything because you all know how to do it. And it also says resolve the circle reference in the formulas of the totals. Currently circular reference is not there in your syllabus for you. So I'm not going to worry about that. I will just do an auto sum for all the columns totals after I come to the end of the task. Use an if statement under the total in every column to ensure the debit and credits in each set of debit and credit columns balance, showing the difference if they do not balance and okay if they do. Shade the number totals in blue. So first let's check the totals, ensuring that the formulas are accurate. So sum. I'm copy pasting the same formulas into the next cells also, up to the extended trial balance and the SOFP. And over here I'm using a if statement to check or to say okay if the totals match and that they do not balance if they do not. So I'm going here equal to formulas logical if. So if E32 equal to F32, say okay, or else investigate or did not balance, any text whatever you want, and say okay, and then copy paste this formula into the next cells. One total, second total, and then the third total. Okay, so currently everything is saying okay because I did not populate the sheet yet. So let's work through the adjustments now one by one. Go to the missing inventory worksheet. So we went to the missing inventory worksheet. Current closing inventory valuation is 6,702. And then we need to insert an appropriate formula to calculate the inventory valuation for the next one. So you can see that is the formula. I will redo that question if you have any questions. So remember the IAS2 when you are doing this one. IAS2 says that stock should be valued always at the lowest price. So equal to logical if. So compare which one is lowest. If D6 is less than E6, then the stock value should be 7 multiplied by D6. If the answer is false, then it will be quantity multiplied by D6. Sorry. I think I did a small mistake over here. Should be E6 here. And this one should be D6 here, sorry. That will help you to evaluate the formula. So if D6 is less than E6, that is if D6 is lower, instead of doing less than, I'm doing greater than. That was a mistake. And then that should be D6 here, sorry. Okay, so if D6 is less than E6, then D6 is a lower value. So for calculating the stock, I will do quantity multiplied by D6. But if D6 is not less, that means E6 is less. So if the condition is false, I am doing the quantity multiplied by E6, which will give me the stock valuation. Okay, so say OK, and then copy paste that formula into all the remaining cells. And you can see the formula will change accordingly. Once you do everything, do a total to get the total of inventory valuation, which is 17090. To this, add the previous stock valuation, which is 6702, which will give you the total closing inventory valuation of 8492. So you can put this figure into your extended trial balance. So go to your extended trial balance, see where is the closing inventory section. So there we have closing inventory SPL and SOFP. Put an equal to and refer to the value what we have calculated. Equal to and refer to the value what we have calculated. So that is your closing stock entered. Let's enter the remaining adjustments now. So the adjustments are all given to you. Bad debt provision is 1% of the sales ledger. So sales ledger is 22,165. So I'm just doing my calculations here at the bottom for you to understand. So my allowance for doubtful debts is 22,145, 165. 22,165 times 1%, 0.01. So 22,165 times 0.01, which will give me £221.65, which is the new allowance. Check if there is any existing allowance given to you. No previous allowance given to you, so this is a new allowance what you are creating and entering. So the allowance is £221.65. You need to create some extra columns wherever necessary. So insert and insert. Allowance for doubtful debts and allowance for doubtful debts adjustment. Allowance for doubtful debts is credited with the value what we have calculated, and allowance for doubtful debts adjustment will be debited because it is new allowance, which means the allowance is increasing. Then they gave you depreciation 2,000 and 1,260. We need one extra column to enter this, which is depreciation charge, because accumulated depreciation is already given to you. So depreciation charge, put the total here, both the assets together, which is 2,000 plus 1,260. And put this into the accumulated depreciation accounts also. So accumulated depreciation on the credit side, for fixtures and fittings it's 1260, and for van it is 2,000. Then inventory was already done. So I think that was the only adjustments. We had closing stock, we had allowance, we have depreciation. Okay, now let's prepare the extended trial balance. Sorry, I'm working on a very small screen because if I make my screen bigger, I can't actually show the information completely. So first is your opening inventory, which is SPL debit. Then from now onwards I can just copy paste, Control C. Purchases is also SPL debit. Bank, SOFP debit. You can do absolute referencing for the E. Okay. So bank is SOFP debit. Cash also SOFP debit. Sales ledger control account SOFP debit. Prepayments SOFP debit. Vehicles SOFP debit. Depreciation SOFP credit, but make sure you add both of this because there is an adjustment on that. Fixtures and fittings SOFP debit. That's depreciation on fixtures and fittings. Did I miss something? I missed the asset. Then put the depreciations. And the next asset we have is value added tax, which is on the credit, which means that it's a liability. Then we have purchase ledger control account, which is also a liability. After purchase ledger control account, we have some more items. So we have accruals, which is also a liability. After accruals, we have capital, again a liability. After that, drawings. After the drawings, we have sales, which is your SPL credit. Then we have rent. And all the remaining items are expenses, so you can just drag it down up to here, except the closing inventory. So closing inventory SPL credited and SOFP will be debited. And allowance for doubtful debts also SPL debited and SOFP credited. And then we have the depreciation charge, which is SPL debited. Okay, so all the values have now been entered. Now let's try to balance them. So these two are not balancing, so that means we have a profit. So put the heading first. Profit, which is the difference between both the figures. So equal to 144,389 minus, don't use this total, do the sum from I42 up to I33. So sum I4 to I33. So we got a profit of 277,031. Transfer it to the SOFP, 277,031. And everything is balanced. Let me check if there is any problem at the moment. Okay, I'm going to pause it for a minute to check if everything is accurate or not, and then I'm going to show you if there is any corrections you need to make. Okay, so everything is fine. I'm going to upload this video onto the group, and I will also attach this answer file to the email. So if you need any more help, you can use the answer file or you can look at the video. Okay, so I want this file also to be completed and submitted by Friday morning. On Friday we will do 2 more tasks, just in the same way again, videos, and then you need to complete and submit. I hope all of you are doing good. Thank you. Bye.